Hello again and welcome to the world of Mario. So this is up in the area of Croyden. You remember the stuff from last time, and something new that I want to show you. It's not this wall. I think this wall is going to go away. Sadly, it just doesn't look Nordic enough, but it's this dock and the boats. So first I'll show you the big guy here. So this is just like a big Viking ship. It's got the shields. I'd like them to be round. I may update the texture pack. Oh, there's some water issues. I may update the texture pack to include round shields as well as square shields because there's still some things like vents and metal plates with rivets that just don't look right for this texture pack. They don't look medieval. So I may replace one of those with a round shield and then the other one can be replaced with something else if people have requests of something that's like one block in size that they would like to see in their town or in their castle or whatever. Let me know. I can add that. I was also going to make a couple other changes. I think I mentioned this before, but there are two. There is sponge that looks kind of like, what is it, like hay or whatever. And then we've got a wool that looks like it as well. There's this one, and pink wool and sponge look very similar, so I don't need two. So I was thinking about changing the sponge into a version of this that does not have a top and bottom that looks like that. So anyway, I just kind of wanted to show you the tour of this ship now. So there is a lower deck, but first I want to show you the upper deck. So it's basically just all different colors of wood. I didn't use any logs except for the mast, and I think it turned out pretty good. I like it. And then you can go down into the hole here, and then I've got beds on the ends. That area back there, it's kind of wasted space, but you can put the chests in there. And then I've got cargo and chests and things down here. Sorry about that. So yeah, these are in the back corner there. You can see the little box with the banding on it. That probably should be more of that down here if this is to be the cargo ship or whatever. But I've got it, mostly up here. I figured that would be the access to the cargo. I don't know if that's more of a Spanish galleon type of thing or if that's typical of old boats. I don't really know. I haven't done my research. So let's go over here and I'll show you this boat. This one's obviously smaller. I mean, you could put a little bit of cargo on it. This would probably just be 16-man rowing or something like that. Maybe even like less. But same kind of system. I didn't curl the ends. You can see on the far end down there, that one's got like a curl to it. And there was this one's more of a like dragon head, dragon tail kind of thing. I thought about making it look more dragon-like, but it just every time I did it, it just looked kind of goofy. So I decided not to, but I did put the banding in the floor. I may eliminate like every other one just because it looks a little too tight, I think. But yeah, and these ships, they're surprisingly easy to make. Essentially, the way I did it was I just got a piece of graph paper and then I traced two arcs. So you get the arc on this side, and then you just copy it on the other side. And then that's the outline of the upper level of your ship. And then as you're going down, you can just make smaller, tighter arcs, like long, tight arc. I guess they're more or less like ellipses, but they're football shaped is what they are. But just so you want a tighter circle or ellipse, whatever, and just keep getting tighter as you get towards the bottom until it's just a line. So I don't know how well you can see that, but it's just a thin line. And then there's like basically one row in the middle. So this is technically two. There's a stuck under. Okay. There's actually like a little lower deck area in the middle, but it's just one block deep and one block wide, so it's not really even wide enough to use for anything. Yeah, so that's pretty much what I wanted to show you there. And this dock's pretty easy to make too. I made it go all the way down to the ground with the cobblestone there, and then I just surrounded it with this darker wood. and then it's kind of a thicker like platform, and then I use some stairs and slabs and solid blocks and things just kind of give it more of like a random kind of weather-worn railing, I guess. And I like, this was something that Arcaticus and I kind of dinked around with for a while. I built it initially and I just, it was too busy. I can kind of show you why. This is what it looked like before. It was just all the stone brick, and then I had like these kind of fancy ones, and then the solid stone block right up there. And then he came along and he says too much. You know, I asked him for his opinion. He says too much stone brick. It just looks too busy. You kind of lose the details and things like that. And so we tried wood, we tried cobblestone, we tried sandstone, and then finally I threw some clay in there, and we both were kind of like, yeah, that looks kind of nice because it kind of has like a giant slab of marble look to it, I think. But or just, you know, it's a different texture, but it's still kind of in the same color scheme, so it isn't. Okay, that was weird. It just for some reason wasn't letting me move and look around. Okay, so oh yeah, the other thing I was going to show you guys is the base here. I got these that look kind of small. I should say this one over here. We'll use this one. So it's kind of got like a small base to it and a small top to it. And then you come down at this end, and I just added those flat slabs on either side and added them up here on the top. And it just, in my mind, makes these look a little more girthy, beefy, whereas these look a little more wimpy just by adding those slabs. So that's kind of a neat little building trick of, you know, not thickening up the columns at all, but it definitely makes them look a little more like, you know, structurally sound or whatever. And I haven't decided yet which one I like, but I think this wall is going to end up going to some new city that will probably be a joint build or something. And I also got rid of the stone up here, but it's too ornate, it's too large for what I had in mind with this Nordic city. I think of this more of almost like a tribal type of thing. So I think if they were to have a wall, at best, it would be probably like logs just pounded into the ground and sharpened on top type of thing. And so, or just like wood planks in between logs or something like that. But I don't know if they should have a wall. So I may just get rid of this, but since it's here, I figured I'd show it to you. And then I've got this kind of like stair step, and I alternated between like half slabs and then regular stair steps just to kind of give you a rough, again, you know, like this wall where it's sort of weather worn, beat up. And then I put half slabs in the floor. Some places I put just like a step in the floor, so it gives you like a little divot, but yet you can still walk over it without any trouble. And again, I just wanted to do that to make this look more beat up and old. And then for the entrance, this is kind of this little raised area with a tiny little gate that you go through. And then the backside is a little more simplified, but again, I haven't, there's gravel up there. But I haven't rebuilt the backside yet with a different style. I don't know if I want to or if I'm just going to leave it. But since it's going to go to a new home, most likely, I'm not even going to worry about it. But that is what I wanted to show you for Croyden. And then I'll catch you guys on the next video. Thanks. Bye.